Hello, students. Welcome back to your computer science class. So now we have been learning about decision-making programs. We did the if statement last time. Last time we did multiple if statements. Now today we are going to do an if-else statement. If-else statement works just like its English meaning. So if this, else that. Okay, so if you have completed your book, you submit it, else you take it back home. Simple instruction. Yeah, we are going to learn how to give these kind of instructions in our program where we let the computer, again, we are going to teach or program the computer to make decisions made on a set of protocols or rules that you will decide. So again, for this, I'm going to show you all a few programs and then we will learn them. Okay. So for this, we are going to learn today, we are going to learn if else today. If else is different than multiple if, okay? Although when you look at the working, they look very similar. So if you actually sit and think about it, they do very similar things. But I will teach you all computational time uh, probably in the next or the next to next video. Computational time is basically the amount of time the computer will take to solve or a problem or basically run a problem. Okay, an average time. So if you look at the average time when you use if else, it's lesser than multiple ifs. Okay, so the efficiency of the computer increases. The CPU runtime reduces. That means the CPU or your computer will give you a better performance. So for all these reasons, we use if else. Now, in these small programs, your computer is not going to crash because you're using multiple ifs. When we talk about programs, we look at softwares like Microsoft Word, Google, Snapchat, Facebook. We are looking at coding done behind these kind of softwares. And so we need to make sure that the efficiency is at the best. We are not only using minimal lines of codes, but we are using the minimal type of we are also using minimal CPU time so that the computers run faster. Okay, we are just taking not even baby steps into the computer science world. And so when I'm giving you these programs, they may not really look any fruitful for you or they may not look very productive to you. But these are like small, if you have ever played Lego, these are like those small building blocks that I'm teaching you all every day. And at the end of the day, how you all uh, compile or build those blocks together to give a uh, how we all put these blocks together to make a masterpiece of your own, that all is in your hand. Every day I will teach you all one small new component of Python so that you all can make better programs, and how we all combine those programs to get productive results is completely up to you all. So today we will learn if else. For if else, we will go back to the first example that we had taken of male or female. Okay, so we will ask the user first, are you a male or a female? Okay, we are going to ask the user, enter gender. Okay, so I will say A equals to input, enter gender. Now, if else is basically used where you have only two options. Okay, it's either a yes or a no. So when I'm telling the user enter gender, I know he will answer will either be male or female. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say if A equals to male or A equals to okay. If it equals to male, I want to print you are a boy. Okay. Else, go back and write else. put a colon, enter, print, you are a girl. Now it's obvious, if the person is not a boy, it's going to be girl. Now, the things you will notice here, you should observe and notice and make note of is number one, if is followed by a condition, else is not followed by a condition. In else, you are not going to write else a equal to female. No, else is basically all under conditions. You can only give one condition after if. So let's say uh, someone will ask you, um, is your name Rohit? Okay. So the answers will be, if you are Rohit, you say yes, else no. So now whether they ask you, are you Rakesh, are you Suman, are you uh, whoever, for all other options, we are going to say none. No. Only and only if you are Rohit, you're going to say yes. This is something like that. When do you use if else? When you have two conditions to be met. Okay. For example, if you look at odd and even numbers, how do you differentiate? If a number is odd, obviously it's not even. If the number is even, obviously it's not odd. So let's take, the second program that I'm going to do for you all today is that. Okay. So before that, please save this program and keep this. We are doing is if else statements. Okay. Now again in if else statements, let's say a equals to integer, input, enter a number. And you are going to write whether the number is a odd or it's even. How will you know if it's odd or even? Okay. When you divide the number by 2 and you get no remainders, I repeat, you get no remainders, that means that number is even. But if you get a remainder, then that number is odd. So I can say if a modulus, remember modulus is to check for remainders. Modulus what? 2. So divide a by the number 2 and see if there is any remainder left. For example, let's say 5 is the number. 5 divided by 2 will give me what? 2 2s are 4. 1 will be my remainder. Yes, that means I'm getting remainder. But if I look at the number 4, 4 divided by 2, 2 2s are 4. There is no remainder. Okay. We are not looking at quotient. We are looking at remainder. If there is a remainder or there is no remainder. So if a modulus 2 equals to 0, I repeat, I'm using 2 equals to because I am not assigning any value to a variable. Single equal to is a assignment operator. We are looking at augmented assignment operator over here, where we are trying to find out for a comparison between two values. One value is a modulus 2. Whatever answer you get over there will be understood here, will be saved here, will be kept here. And we are going to compare it, so equal to, and then 0. Compare it to 0. So if it is true, then you are going to print a is an even number. A is the number whatever the user is giving me. I'm using that in my print statement. I'm using the number whatever the user is giving me in my print statement, just to just like that. Else, if it's not an even number, obviously it's going to be a odd number. is an odd number. Okay, so this is to check if it's an even number or it's an odd number. This is to check if it's an even number or it's an odd number. I'm taking a integer input, enter a number. If a modulus 2 equal to 0, I am comparing it using 2 equal to, okay, so a modulus 2 will give me remainder. This and this, if these two are same, then it is an even number. Else, of course, it will become a odd number. Okay, let's run this. What is my error? Comma. Enter a number. Let's enter 5. 5 is an odd number. Let's try this again. Enter a number 88. It is an even number. So this is one program that you will do where you will take a number and you are going to find out if it is an even number or an odd number. And we do this using the modulus operator, because modulus operator saves the remainder in, okay, modulus operator returns the remainder. Clear? Now I think when I did the first part, I think my share screen was not on the correct share. So I will show you all that also. I'm going to open that file and show it to you all. I think I did not, I say overwrote it. Okay, so I'll do it again over here. In that file, I had asked the user to enter a gender. And then I checked. I did not take it as integer. Okay. Then I said if A equals to male, or A equal to male, then I said A I just said you are a boy, else you are a girl. Okay, this was the other program that I had done, but that I think was not visible. Okay, so let's run this one also for you all. Again, enter a gender. So I say male, so you are a boy. Okay, so how does if else work? So Python basically works line to line. You all know that each line of code is executed. Okay, so over here, this line of code will be completely ignored by the Python interpreter because I am using a comment over here. The comments are completely ignored. Then I'm saying A equals to input, enter a gender, colon. So that means the user is going to be prompted for an answer. The answer will be saved in this variable called A. Then I'm going to use whatever answer the user has given me to compare it to make my program take a decision on its own. So I'm saying if A equals to male, or let's say A equals to male, in any form the user has entered the word male, in that case, I am telling the user that you are a boy. And in case they are not writing male, then I'm telling you are a girl. Exceptions, if you remember, I had spoken about, there can be someone who will write transsexual. Yes. There can be someone who will write something else. Yes. So I can have another else I can have another statement which says invalid entry. Okay, but then I won't be able to show you are a girl. So here we are just going to simply assume that our user is sensible enough to enter the gender as male or female, so that our answer that we show will be correct. Okay, so now as homework, you're going to practice three programs again. One is the male female program that you see. Second one is the odd even program that I showed you. Third one is you're going to take the age from the user and you are going to display to the user whether the user is an adult or a child. Okay, so you're going to ask what is your age. You will write an if statement with a comparative operator to check if the age is above or equal to 18. And if it is above or equal to 18, you're going to print you are an adult. Else, you are a child. Okay, so again, three programs for practice for today. All these programs, you're going to save them, keep them safe, because I will ask for a zip file of it in the future to check you're doing all the program. Okay, so we have started doing decision making programs now. I hope you all are following. Okay, and Manas had brought to my notice that the calculations that I had shown you all last week, you all have not understood. I will make a video on it all over again, especially for you all. Don't stress. It's okay if you all don't know it. I will avoid asking it in this term. Anyways, it's not a part of your portion. Okay. So I will do it with you all thoroughly, and only then I will assess you all on it. For now, learn if statement, multiple if statement, and you are doing now if else statement. Okay. Stay home, stay safe, take care, and keep learning. Thank you.